Hey Potterheads, and welcome to episode 7 of the SecretKeepers Podcast, covering Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, chapters 6 and 7. Previously on the SecretKeepers.
Say 2 magic spells that we know.
Hufflepuff.
But there's one problem. There's already someone sitting in this bed.
A short, cat-like thingy with a long nose.
Jared, what do you think Percy's doing? What's
Probably
that?
messing with one of those legs he's got.
What? Do it.
Time out. Doesn't Percy have isn't he like an octopus?
What do you think about food powder travel, Jared?
Again, I think there's gotta be an easier way with magic. Hocus pocus, Diagon Alley. Boom, you're there. Where's Harry's invisible suit? I'd wear that thing everywhere.
Yeah, wouldn't you? You would think.
It's gotta have like an on-off switch, you know?
No.
Like, invisible? Visible.
Why did the barrier close before they ran through it?
Someone didn't want them to get to Hogwarts. Well, they want us to think Malfoy.
So that makes you not think Malfoy?
It's not Malfoy, in my opinion. Why not? Carsabus Fixabus.
This is the SecretKeepers.
We ready?
Yeah.
Taylor, do the thing.
3, 2, 1, go.
Time out, I'm eating a fruit chew.
Alright, we're going.
Pre-game fruit chew.
Hey, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to, I think this is episode 7, maybe, of the SecretKeepers Podcast. I'm your host, Colin.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm the star of the show, Jared.
And we are finally getting back to this. I understand we've been off for a little bit. There's been a little thing going around called COVID-19, if you're unaware. But we've had tough times finding places to be able to record. Jared's got like 1,000 siblings, so there's no quiet places at his house. So we're finally getting back to it.
Oh, don't just blame it on me.
It's not just Jared's
Taylor's been
fault.
building a basement for the last 4 years.
Yeah, that's true too. Taylor every night's been working in his basement, and I've just been sitting here waiting for these guys, I guess. So I have not. There's no fault of mine. Anyways, so yeah, with that being said, this is the first time we've recorded in probably 3 months. So there's probably going to be a little bit of forgetfulness because we haven't really read recently, and there's probably going to be a little bit of stumbling and fumbling through here as we try to find our groove again. So bear with us as we do that. But with that said, let's get it started. Jared, hit us with that 30-second summary. Oh, wait. We are covering chapter 6 and 7. Okay, now hit us with that summary. Go.
Oh boy. Chapter 6 and 7. It's been so long I don't even remember what chapter we read. Chapter 6 is called Gilderoy Lockhart. And as you can imagine, that's what it's about. It's about Gilderoy Lockhart. He's got a bit of a big head and is a bit of a scam. And chapter 7 is called Mudbloods and Murmurs. And I'm still not really sure what happens in that chapter, but it's just a bunch of name calling. This is the summary that I got for you.
Okay. Jared, actually, I'm a little curious here. You want to give us a quick rundown from the beginning of Harry Potter to where we're at, just with the stuff you remember?
Oh boy. From chapter 1 and chapter 2?
From chapter 1, book 1 to now. Just give us a brief summary of what stuff you even remember at this point.
So, well, there's this guy named Harry Potter.
That's good.
He grows up by a cat-looking woman or something like that. And things happen. He goes to a magic school. More events happen. He's really good at this game called Quidditch.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's this girl named Hermione, that she knows everything. She's very smart.
Mm-hmm.
There's Hagrid. Yeah, Hagrid, I think's his name. The dude who I think he got expelled or something, right? Did he get expelled?
Yes, he did.
Okay. But he's a big old dude.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a lot of chapters. And I think recently they've drove a magic car, one of the Weasley twins. I can't remember his name. Drove a car with, there's the Weasleys. There's a bunch of events with them. And then they just recently drove a car into a tree. That had to hurt a little bit. There's Professor Snape, who we thought was a bad guy, but might be a good guy. Who I thought was a bad guy, but might be a good guy, but he still could be a bad guy. Who knows? And there's, you know who?
What's his name?
Lord Voldemort.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Who's somewhere around Slithering around. In someone's body, who we don't know who is who. Oh, I don't know. That's got to be a pretty good summary, isn't it?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Right.
Missed like the whole point of the first book, but that's fine. we'll get back to that eventually.
All
right. So yeah, like as Jared was saying, we last left off with Harry and Ron arriving at school and getting the snot beat out of them by the Whomping Willow while they drove the car into it, and then they show up in the common room and they're heroes. The next day, they go down for breakfast and they're eating, waiting for the mail, and Errol, I think that's Ron's owl, he runs and he drops a letter, and Ron gasps and gets a bit worried because, why does he get worried, Jared?
No idea. Small details.
He got a howler. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Neville explains.
Boom.
Neville explains that he better open it because Neville got one and didn't open it once, and it was horrible. Which kind of makes me wonder, what do you guys think would happen if you don't open it?
I think he said it burst into flame, right?
It did that after it said its message, didn't it?
Oh, I don't remember. I imagine it like zipping around the room like a frisbee, giving you all kinds of paper cuts.
I guess. Anyway, so Ron opens it and it bursts out screaming at him, chewing him out for taking the car, and everyone in the hall turns and sees what's going on, and it just continues to make things worse. Obviously, he's getting the center of attention, getting chewed out, all that good stuff. And then it tells Ron that his father has an inquiry at work and could be in some big trouble. So Harry feels pretty bad about it too. But Harry doesn't have time to feel bad because they get class schedules and they have to head outside for herbology. While they're walking to class, Harry runs into Lockhart, and Lockhart basically just starts going on about he's sorry he gave Harry the bug for fame and that the whole flying thing was just a big publicity stunt. And he tells him there's time for fame when he's older, and he just kind of trots off thinking Harry's trying to outshine him in his famousness, I guess you could say. But Harry rejoins the others in class, and Professor Sprout is about to teach them about what, Jared?
I don't know, sprouting, growing, probably.
Let's see if I can find what page it's on. Oh yeah, it's like page 92. Mandrakes.
Hey, sprouting, growing thing.
So yeah, it says on page 92 that the cry of the mandrake is fatal to anybody who hears it, which kind of makes me wonder, like, what's the deal with having kids going and working with these plants? Right?
Oh, they wore earmuffs. It's fine.
Yeah, but what if like one kid is a little bully, just pulls some guy's earmuff off, boom, dead.
There is no safer place than Hogwarts. That couldn't happen.
So then they meet Justin Finch Fletchley, who's the fourth group member of their class, and they begin. I think we run into him later. Anyways, after herbology, they go to Transfiguration, where Ron has lots of problems because if you don't remember, he broke his wand when he crashed into the tree, and it keeps backfiring.
Wasn't it broken already?
What do you mean?
No, it wasn't.
What do you mean? Like before they went into the tree?
Yeah.
I think it was just.
Well, someone's wand didn't work very well.
Yeah, it was handed down from his brother, so it didn't work very well for him. But
or maybe he didn't know how to use it.
yeah. Where were we here? Oh yeah, it keeps backfiring into place. And then after class, they run into Colin Creevy, who's big into photography. He thinks he's a first year this year, and he wants a picture with Harry. So Malfoy sees this. They have a little back and forth, and then again Lockhart shows up, and he kind of saves Harry, or I guess taking him to the side. But he takes Harry over to Defense Against the Dark Arts, which he teaches, and Harry just tries to hide in his class. And then we get into Lockhart teaching about his class. So he begins with the most Lockhart line possible.
He walks in and says, "Me." That's it. That's all he says.
Yeah. Okay.
Gilderoy Lockhart, Order of Merlin, 3rd class. Honorary member of the Dark Force, yada, yada, yada.
He sounds just like you, Taylor.
Oh, my word. Come on. Just because I didn't use a different voice?
Yeah.
Oh.
My question is, and then he starts off class with a quiz about himself. What do you think about that, Jared?
He thinks a lot of himself.
That's it? He just thinks a lot of himself?
Yeah, I don't know. What else am I supposed to think about that?
I don't know. I was just wondering if you probably would have had some sort of opinion like 3 months ago, but.
You like him, Jared?
No.
Oh. You don't like him? You think he's a bad guy?
I have no idea.
Too hard to judge.
I think he could be. I think he could be manipulated by use of him. Like if you kissed up to him a little bit, you could get hit whatever you wanted from him.
Oh, kissed up to him.
Yeah, kind of glitched out there for a second. I thought you just said if you kiss him.
Maybe that too.
That's a little weird. So he gets into his actual teaching and introduces them to freshly caught Cornish pixies as he whips the cover off the cage so they can see them. So just then, Harry hears a voice over his shoulder. Jared, you know who the voice over his shoulder is?
No.
You don't know who it is?
No.
Crikey! Welcome to Merlin Irwin's Magical Creatures Podcast within a podcast. I'm your host, Merlin Irwin, just returning from my 3-month hiatus in Albania. And let me tell you, there's lots of weird snakes over there. But anyways, after that dramatic reveal from our lordship Lockhart, it appears we have some Cornish pixies, eh? Well, these pixies are classified as 3X creature, meaning any competent wizard can have no problem with them. However, though they may look cute, these little fellows are no typical Tinkerbell. They are devilishly tricky little beasts. They're surprisingly strong for their size, and they enjoy stealing people and keeping hold of them. So keep hold of your wands. One of their more famous tricks is lifting people by their ears and depositing them in high places. So tough luck if you happen to be some elf or goblin. Although they seem tame, I'd exercise some caution being second years and all. But that's all I got. Thanks for tuning in to Merlin Irwin's Magical Creatures Podcast within a podcast.
Merlin needs a theme song.
I thought we had a theme song for Merlin.
She's back.
She's back.
He's back.
Does he sound like a girl?
I don't know, whatever.
Anyways, yeah, so Merlin leaves. Lockhart opens the cage, and these pixies just bring mayhem to the classroom, smashing windows, throwing ink everywhere, and hanging Neville from the chandelier. So Lockhart tries to stop them with what spell, Jared?
What page?
102.
Oh, the pepperoni pizza one?
Yes, that one.
Okay. Peskipitsky Pestronomi.
Pastrami, pastrami.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't... Pesky Pestronomi. Sure. But it does absolutely nothing. He then freaks out, jumps under his desk, and leaves the three of them to recapture them all. So Hermione uses a clever freezing charm, which I was thinking about this. She probably could use that in book 1, right?
Oh man, I'm still laughing at pepperoni pizza. Yeah, whip up some pepperoni pizzas. Where in book 1? For the
When
keys?
they had to catch the key?
Yeah. That's smart.
Maybe
They're
she
only
didn't.
first years then, though. Once they got to second years, they leveled up and learned some new spells.
True, they got some experience over the holiday. What was that?
The level up noise.
That was terrible. It's more like boop, bing. That's level up. Was that Jared?
That was me.
Oh, I thought Jared just threw that one out there.
Jared,
Anyways.
let's have Jared come up with something. Jared.
Yeah, Jared, what's your
Go
level
ahead.
up sound?
I don't got one at this
Oh,
moment.
come on.
Come on.
I can't roll my R's, so it'd just be like thing.
Oh.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, okay, that's good enough, I guess. And then the chapter ends with Ron and Harry thinking Lockhart doesn't have a clue what he's doing, but Hermione comes to his defense because she's kind of like in love with him, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, chapter 7, Mudbloods and Murmurs. Now we're starting to get into some real stuff here. So how does the chapter begin here? Let me check. Oh, yes. The chapter begins with Harry being shaken awake at the crack of dawn by Oliver Wood for Quidditch practice. Jared, do you know who Oliver Wood is?
Yeah, he was the team captain or something.
What position does he play?
Forward.
Colin Creevey is also up and at him and follows Harry to the Quidditch. Oh, he plays keeper. So Colin Creevey, the photograph guy, is up and at him, follows Harry in Quidditch to practice, asking all kinds of questions. Jared, what's your opinion of this Creevey kid?
He's the picture taker dude.
Yeah, he follows Harry around.
He's trouble.
Okay.
First year, 11-year-old's trouble.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna make trouble by taking pictures of Harry in places where Harry shouldn't be.
Oh.
It's like the media; they're catching you at places at the wrong time.
He's a Harry Potter fanboy.
Yeah, you think Harry likes him?
No.
Okay.
Would you like it if someone was taking pictures of you everywhere you went?
I mean, if you're famous,
Oh,
what
I
can you
wouldn't.
expect? I guess I wouldn't like it, but I don't know. Getting real here for a second. Yikes. Anyways, Harry gets to the Quidditch field, and Wood has a whole new training program for them. So right as they finally start practicing, the Slytherin team shows up with a note that they can take the field to train their new Seeker. Jared, who's the new Seeker?
I don't know.
Slytherin's new Seeker.
Oh, Malfoy.
Yeah. And it turns out that Draco's dad kind of Draco's way onto the team with Nimbus 2001s.
Famous 2001.
So yeah, Malfoy throws a few insults, and Ron and Hermione make their way over to the gathering on the field. There's a little back and forth. Hermione calls out Malfoy for his dad buying his way into the team, and then Malfoy claps back and calls her what? Yeah, he doesn't remember a thing. This is like
Been
the
like
whole
4
point.
months. I can't remember it after 1 week. What do you expect me to remember out of this? There's lots
You
of
said
words in
in
this
your
book. I
summary
supposed to
there's a lot
remember
of
2
name
words.
calls.
Ah, well.
He calls her a mudblood.
That just sounds dirty.
Do we
That's
know what that
nasty.
means at this point?
I think, I don't remember.
Or is that what they get into when Hagrid kind of explains it? Anyways, so everyone immediately freaks out because he called her a mudblood. And Ron whips his wand out, points it at Malfoy, and then a loud bang echoes out, and Ron flies backward onto the grass as the spell shot backward out of his wand. And then Ron starts burping up slugs.
Mmm.
Yeah. And Harry and Hermione quick rush him over to Hagrid's. Interesting comment on this, I guess. In the I read something once that in the movie, like to act this out, they covered the slugs in like different flavored jellies or something, or slime, and like they were like really good. Like the Ron actor, liked doing it, kept doing messing up so he could keep doing the takes again or something.
Ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. But yeah, so just before they go to Hagrid's, they see Lockhart leaving Hagrid's, telling him he needs to get his books to help with all his problems. And then Harry quick hides while Lockhart walks past. So they stop at Hagrid's, and he tells them Ron just had to burp him out till it's done. Oof.
Nasty.
You think that's like comparable to like actually throwing up?
It's gotta be worse.
Well, let's not go into these details.
Ugh. Yeah, gross. So yeah, they stop in at Hagrid's, they'll just burp him out. Harry brings up Lockhart, and Hagrid thinks he's an old duffer. But Hermione defends him and says Albus Dumbledore obviously thought he was the man for the job. Hagrid tells him Lockhart was the only man for the job because everyone thinks the job is jinxed because no one has lasted more than a year for a while now. What do you think about that, Jared?
What job?
Defense against the dark arts. That was Quirrell's job last year.
Honestly, gave that no thought.
That no one's lasted for more than 1 year for like a long time.
Nope. I guess I didn't really realize that was a thing.
Huh. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on it now, since I asked you?
I'm thinking of a thought. So does that mean I don't have a thought now? Probably.
So where did we get to here? Oh, yes. Hagrid asks who Ron was trying to curse. So Ron tells him it was Malfoy because he called Hermione a mudblood. And Hagrid's like taken aback and tells Hermione it's a name that's used to call someone who was Muggle-born and doesn't have pure blood like the Malfoys. So it's kind of like a dirty blood, common blood, half-blood thing. Yeah, so Ron's kind of disgusted with the whole dirty blood, common blood, half-blood thing as a Rangers because if they hadn't married Muggles, wizards would have died out by now. So yeah, you guys have any thoughts on like the whole pure blood situation, like Muggle wizard relations stuff?
How about a purebred horse?
Yeah,
So if you go down that route, only the purebreds are the ones that usually win the races.
Is that true?
I would think so. If you look at the Kentucky Derby, I would assume they're mostly purebreds.
So they break their leg, then they're dead. Dead breads.
Good joke.
Murdered that one.
Yep. Anyways, so Hagrid takes him out to his garden to show him his giant pumpkins. And we learn he's using an engorgement charm to make them grow larger. And Harry thinks Hagrid's wand is inside his umbrella. It's inside his umbrella. Ella.
You think this is the beginning of doping?
What?
Think this is the beginning of doping?
For Colin or what?
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 What are you talking about?
He used an enlargement charm on his pumpkins.
Doping?
Yeah, steroids.
Oh.
So
Like he
like
could use it on his muscles?
Sure.
Hagrid's already got big old muscles.
Exactly. Wonder why he's been using enlargement charms.
what would that spell be, Jared? What do you think that spell would be?
Oh, but I haven't given it thought yet.
Off the cuff. Come on.
I don't know.
Pepperoni pizza.
No, it'd have to be like big delicious.
That sounds dirty.
Oh, okay.
Moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Harry talks briefly about Hagrid's expulsion from Hogwarts, but never really finds out why. You got any guesses?
He's using enlargement charms.
Okay. So yeah, they head back to school to get lunch, and then they walk in the doors. McGonagall tells them they'll be serving their detentions. What? When did they get detentions?
They got detentions for getting in a fight.
Really?
I think so.
What about for driving that car into the tree?
Oh yeah, Jared,
That's
look at
cool.
you, man.
Yeah, look at you, Jared. Yeah. So Ron is going to be polishing trophies without magic, and Harry will be helping answer fan mail with Lockhart.
I forgot about that. Oh,
Jared,
man.
which one would you rather do?
Polished trophies.
Okay. Taylor?
I'll do fan mail.
I probably would too.
You gotta kiss up, man.
Yeah.
You gotta get those A's.
And that way you can control him, like Jared says.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, Harry heads to Lockhart's and starts addressing envelopes. And as the night is drawing to a close, he hears a voice. Let's see, like the voice to chill the bone. It was a voice to chill the bone marrow, a voice of breathtaking ice cold venom.
Come to me. Let me whip you. Let me tear you. Let me kill you.
Harry gave a very large jump, and a large lilac blot appeared on Veronica's smithy street. What?
Oh,
What
and
is-
Lockhart's response is so great. Just like, oh yeah, of course he's freaking out about what I just said.
Oh, yeah.
6 solid months at the top of the bestseller list, broke all records. I think Lockhart's voice just has to be my voice.
Okay.
You are pretty stuck up.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
But so yeah, Harry jumps to a start, but Lockhart doesn't hear the voice. So detention ends, and Harry heads back to bed and talks to Ron about it. And Ron doesn't understand it either. And Harry said it couldn't have been someone invisible either, like under invisibility cloak, because they would have had to open the door, and it never opened. So that, wow, already that takes us to the end of the chapter. So, Jared, what's the deal with this voice?
Well, it's you know who living inside of something. Inside this envelope, I guess, or
Envelope? What?
What do you mean envelope?
Oh, because he's opened envelopes with Lockhart.
so maybe it's like this somehow his spirit or something is inside this envelope.
Oh, and then Harry opened it and released it into the school.
Yes.
I'm tracking. That's pretty dark.
So they sent an evil Voldemort envelope into school that got through the mail, and then it's now speaking to Harry. Why do you think only Harry hears it, but no one else does?
Because I don't think Lockhart is that much of a wizard.
Oh.
So you think that like if it was anybody but Lockhart, they probably would have heard it?
Yes, or yeah. Sure.
Nice.
Okay. Interesting take. I guess we will have to pick up there next time and see if we can figure anything else out about this voice.
Creepy voice.
Yeah. So, you guys got anything else you wanted to talk about here?
I do not.
Otherwise, we can wrap it up.
Stay safe. Stay healthy. Wear your masks everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, so thanks for listening, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, we're going to try and get back into the swing of things here a little bit now that some of the COVID stuff is relaxed a little bit, but we'll see. So if you really liked it, go and rate us, review us if you haven't already. May not seem like much, but it does help us out a lot. You can check us out, I think, on Facebook and Twitter at Keepers Pod. And I don't know if we have a Patreon at this point or not, Taylor. Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, you could probably find us there too. I don't have the link in front of me. Maybe like patreon.com and search Secret Keepers or Secret Keepers Pod or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's all for now. So until next time, we solemnly swear we'll be up to no good.
I'll still be up to good.
Yeah, of course.
Especially at good poker.